Hello, it is Saturday, February 11th, 2012 at 9:05 p.m. Central Standard Time. I want to show you a couple things that are happening here. Over here in California by Beale Air Force Base, we've got some extreme activity going on, lots of agitation. You can see it right here. First, I want you to notice that the terminator beams are coming through. I don't know if you can see them, but they're kind of little small streaks that streak across the United States. They're following the terminator line, which is the time between day and night. I've got a little closer view here. And you can see, oh, this is Eureka, California. And this is really strange. I mean, there's like a semicircle and flashing. These both, well, I got a closer view, I'll show you that part. I just want to kind of give you an overview that, and up in Idaho we've got agitation going on, or frequency. And things are flashing on and off, but then they often do that when the terminator beams come through. Also, I'm pretty sure this is Great Falls. We've got a flash going on right there, which happens often also. I don't think it's right though, even though it happens often. Right there, going back one at 0003 on February 12th. And let's do a closer view here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's rotating clockwise. There's kind of a heavier line. And this one is McClellan Air Force Base, Sacramento, California. And then this one up here is Beale Air Force Base. And it also has a clockwise rotation. And these probably are wind farms. I'm not sure though. I probably should have checked that out. I will check it out after and I'll put a note underneath if it is. And this one's not circular, but it's something, it's just flashing on a couple times, it looks like. So let's look at the visible. You can see that the clouds are just kind of boiling. We've got a thin layer going this way. We've got, you can see the scalar waves over here. Let me zoom in. Right in here, see them? Here's Eureka right here. And this is just kind of moving, trying to get a direction. Maybe south. Yeah, some south, some east. And then let's look at the next rads. This one is Eureka. And you can see it right there. Let me slow it down a little bit. Right after the terminator beam comes through. And something that's happening here that's unusual is that the terminator beam isn't going all the way back to the Doppler. It's just showing itself just past this circle here. I'll stop it. Let's go back. So here you can see it start to come through. And it's still centered on the Doppler, but it's just not showing in this part of the Doppler. And then it gets, this is 1:44 UTC on February 12th. And then we get one period with no flash or terminator beam, and then we get the flash at 1:56. And again, we're looking at that green frequency, which we saw earlier today, the between -12 and -16, which that's interesting because I'm thinking, I don't know, but I'm thinking it's from the setting sun, although it could be something, a signal that's sent down the terminator line, because ham radio operators use that terminator line to send signals. So it could be that signals are being sent then, or it's getting something from the sun. And I don't know enough about it to know which is more probable. And then these are just dancing right in that same zone. They're not moving. I mean, clouds don't act like that. Okay, let's look at another one. This is Beale Air Force Base. And this has been going on since last night. I was going to talk about it in my video last night, and you can probably see it there, maybe though, because they're kind of at a distance. But and it looked pretty much the same way as it looks now. It's just kind of dancing and rotating. And I don't know for sure if it was clockwise or counterclockwise. I cannot remember. And I do need to go see if that's wind farms. And then let's look at right here, Sacramento, McClellan Air Force Base. And then you're getting that same effect. And this one you can't really see. Well, you can just kind of make it out that it's going around. And it's clockwise. Not as clear as the other one. And there's another highlight bright area here, and I'll check that too and let you know if that's a wind farm. And then also I wanted to show you the jet stream, what we have coming up. Let me get this little validity thing here going. Right now it's 3 UTC on February 12th. So starting right here, you can see the dip here. But we got to see this circle coming in the jet stream. We've got that coming right over the area that I was just showing you. Let's get this clock to go away. There we go. See, it starts forming here. And then here it comes down and it leaves its own puddle. High pressure area. And it moves across, and it looks like what was started out over here ends up over the New Madrid. Here, right here. See, this is all being energized right now. I'm not sure if this is copacetic the way I'm doing this, but see, it's moving into that area, and you can see very high winds are slotted to go over there. Let's see what date that is. I'm going to watch for that time when the 14th, 15th, 15th, 16th. Here comes that high. It's like the 17th or the 16th at 12 GMT. So I just thought that was interesting, that all that activity, and that's where this is kind of targeting. And I've seen that before where Beale Air Force Base was all excited, and then the jet stream did that same exact thing. I don't remember if it was the subarctic one or the, nope, subtropical or the Arctic. Yeah, I think it was the yellow one, which is the Arctic. And then I also want to show you the induction, the magnetometer. We've got a, I guess this isn't a spike, it's a scalar wave, which, or it's an indication of one, I guess would be the better way to put it. I'm just learning how to talk about this. So, and that's all I see here is one, but when I go to the up above here, you can pick a closer view of the last hour, the last 3 hours. And I pulled up from the last 3 hours, and this is at that point right here, this one, but it's actually 3 lines. And see, we've got the X reading, and the Y reading, and the Z reading. And it says right here. And I don't understand this totally either, but this one's going north-south. This one's going east-west, and Z is going vertically. Okay, anyway, what's really interesting to me is that we've got 3 different kinds of lines. This one's like all chattery, just little dots. Let me see if it'll let me zoom in. Yeah, that's good. See, you can see them here, just little tiny dots. And then you get a solid line, and then over here you've got a dashed line. So let's see, 10, 20, 30. So each tick here is 10 minutes. So it's about 10 minutes before the chattery one to the dashed one, and then the solid one is in between. And then over here, this is really strange. Look at this. It's like a honeycomb. Well, no, a weaving. It's more like a weaving. because you got vertical and horizontal lines. And then looking at the different ones, this is not showing anything. And this is only showing something right in here, which is at 2.1. Well, there's 2.5. So like 2.1 hertz. And then down here too, we get this really low, long low one. That's at, see, that's 0.5, maybe at 0.25 hertz. And that precedes, well, it's in that same period where you get the, can't call it a spike, so I don't know what to call it. And then when it stops, let's see if it stops at 2. Well, no, it goes on past 2. So I'm not sure how this all works, and we'll figure it out together. And then I'll show you the spectrum one. It zooms in at the same time as the other one. This kind of green and red area is faded out. Now we're starting to get a reading here, which is similar to this one over here. So it's a repeated. Anyway, I'll get it figured out yet, at least to some degree. So God bless you and have a good rest of the evening.